Hi everyone, welcome to this practice on our Surya Namaskar Sun Salutations. When you're ready, arms up, gaze up to where the thumbs meet. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders draw back. Exhaling, planting the hands, stepping back to your plank, lower down for Chaturanga Dandasana. And inhale for your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 5 long breaths here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On your next inhale, come to the tips of the toes. Gaze ahead of you. Step or hop the feet to the front of the mat. Halfway lifting, exhaling to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Come up to standing. And exhale, return the hands to your side. Another round, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. The whole exhale takes you down through Chaturanga and brings you up as you inhale for upward dog, chin to sky. Exhale, bring the hips up and back and flatten both of the feet. Feel a stretch through the backs of the legs. Deep breath in here, 5 breaths. In your Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog, press both hands into the ground evenly. Feel a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. See if you can push the glutes even further up towards the sky. And your gaze, your drishti, is going to be towards the navel or the tops of the legs. Maintain your breath here, let it slow down. And then tips of the toes, inhale, jump or step the feet to the front, halfway lifting up. Exhale brings you down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, really sweep the arms all the way up, come back up to standing. And exhale, Samasthi, return to center. You can always take a little back bend if you'd like to when you're coming up. Inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head. Breathe in, lift, shoulders come back, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga, elbows squeeze in towards chest, halfway, lowering yourself down. Inhaling to come up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Slow it down, get back in control of your breathing. This is dynamic movement, so make sure we're not holding our breath. If you find it easy gazing towards the tops of the legs, try to gaze towards your navel and just see if that changes things for you, changes your perspective. When you're ready, tips of the toes, inhale, step or jump to the front. And on your exhale, dropping the head down, relax the head and the neck all the way down. And as you inhale, keep the feet firmly on the ground as you lift all the way up. Little back bend if you like. Exhale, return to center. Keep the breath flowing. Ujjayi Pranayama, deep victorious oceanic breath. Inhale deeply, hands up. Exhale, drop the head and the neck. Breathing in, halfway lift, shoulders back. Exhaling, step back. When you come through Chaturanga, really hug the elbows in, lower halfway down. And then inhale, we flatten the feet and we lift up. We squeeze our glutes together for our upward facing dog. And exhale, lead with the head for your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Stay with your breath. So that deep oceanic breath, it sounds a little bit like this. And as we flow through our Surya Namaskar A and B, our sun salutations, it's really important we keep this breath strong. This breath is going to keep the body energized. It keeps the prana, the life force energy flowing through. When you're ready, make your way to the top of the mat, halfway lift up. Exhale, drop it down, little bend in the elbows, little bend in the knees if you want to as well. Breathe in, sweep up, maybe take a back bend if you would like. And exhale, Samasthi, return back to center. This is our last Surya Namaskar A. Breathe in, arms up, gaze to where your thumbs meet. Exhale, Float all the way down, knee to nose. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your back. Exhale, jump or step the feet back, squeezing the elbows in towards the chest. Inhale to flatten the feet, draw the shoulders back, lift the chest up. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. Slow it down. As we move through our sun salutations, I want you to be really hyper aware and alert of what sensations you're feeling in your body. Where in your physical body can you feel tightness or softness? Where can you feel this in your mind as well as the physical body? What's happening in the mind? Inhale, tips of the toes. Make your way to the front of the mat, arriving back in our Uttanasana, our forward fold. And really nice here if you'd like to give yourself a little hug by sweeping the arms round the legs, seeing how that feels. And then when you're ready, sweep the arms up, gaze up, and exhale, return the hands to prayer position, Anjali Mudra, and then by the side. We're coming into B. So this time as we inhale, we come straight into Utkatasana, our chair pose. Arms up, bend the knees, deep bend in the knees, hips sink back, and exhale. Down we come, Uttanasana. Breathe in. Same what we just did, halfway lifting up, shoulders draw back. Exhale, plant the hands, plank, lower halfway down. Inhale, flatten the feet, draw the shoulders back, lift the chest, nice open, proud heart. And exhale, downward dog. This time we step the right foot to the front of the mat, back foot at a 45-degree angle, arms up, hips point towards the front of the mat, and then exhale, bring it down, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway down, Urdhva Mukha, up dog, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. This time the other leg steps to the front of the mat, that back foot's at a 45-degree angle, open, gazes up towards the palms, hips point towards the front, and exhale, bring it down, plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to come up, and exhale, make your way back. Stay here for 5 breaths. As we move through these dynamic movements, it's really imperative we don't lose the breath. And you'll notice, especially as we come into a flow that's a bit more challenging, of course we will notice a change in our breath, but just make sure that it's still there and we're still bringing our awareness and our attention to that breath. It's going to keep you in the pose for a lot longer, and it's going to keep you focused on the present moment rather than letting your mind wander off to what's happened before or what might happen in the future. Step or jump yourself to the front. Exhale, drop down. This time as we inhale, we come back into Utkatasana, so we bend the knees and sweep the arms up. Gaze up to where your thumbs meet. And then exhale, return to center, hands out to the side, Samasthiti. Let's take another one of those. Inhale, deep bend down in the knees, hips sink back. Exhale, drop it forwards. Breathe in, halfway lift yourself up. Squeeze your navel up and in. Exhale, plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower halfway. Inhale, flatten the feet, squeeze the glutes together, shoulders draw back. Exhale, lead with the head, gaze towards the navel. Bring your foot to the front of the mat. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Make sure those hips are not splaying out to the side. We want them pointing towards the front. And then exhale, drop it down, step back to plank. The exhale takes you all the way down, and then big breath in as you come up for up dog, and big exhale for downward facing dog. Opposite side, leg comes to the front, 45-degree angle in that back foot. Really press into the outer edge of the back foot when you're here, and then exhale, send it down. So you notice in your warrior one, your Virabhadrasana one, you're not in that pose for that long. So it's really important we get the alignment right. And then flow through, make your way back to downward facing dog. Now, every time we do Chaturanga Dandasana, it is dynamic, it is challenging. This is yoga for strength, flexibility. You've always got the option to skip it, okay? If you would rather just meet us all back in downward facing dog, more than welcome to do so. When you're ready, step or jump, come all the way back up to the front of the mat, and then drop the head and the neck completely down. Utkatasana, deep bend in the knees, hips back, arms up, gaze up, navel in, breathe, and return back to Samasthiti, hands by the side. Breathe it in, knees bend, hips back, and exhale, Uttanasana. Stay with that oceanic breath. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Make your way down, Chaturanga, and then up to upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog, bringing one foot to the front of the mat. That front foot points towards the front of the mat. The back foot is at an angle. We press into both of the feet really strong in our Virabhadrasana 1, our warrior 1, and then drop the hands down, elbow squeeze in. Upward facing dog, deep exhale, downward dog. Opposite leg makes its way to the front of the mat. Keep breathing, you're doing really well. Arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, strong like a warrior. Exhale, drop it down. Plank, Chaturanga. Breath in for upward facing and breath out for downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. This is your last one, so let your breath completely slow down. No more of these to do. You'll notice that we've only been moving for about 10 minutes, but you can really feel the strength building and the flexibility building and the focus building in our bodies and in our minds as we move through these Surya Namaskar, these sun salutations. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Exhale, drop it down. Knee maybe comes to the nose. And then inhale, slowly come up, Utkatasana, deep bend in the knees, hips back. And when you're ready, make your way back into Samasthiti. Find your way down into your Shavasana and just relax flat on the back. Nothing to do. Let the breath slow down. Let your mind slow down. Stay as long as you want to here. And thank you so much for joining. I'll see you in class soon.